Oh my goodness. Look at this. Whoa. Hyperpigmentation is one of the more difficult parts of skincare to remedy. And the fact that a good amount of the hyperpigmentation in my face is non existent. Hi, my name is Monisha, and I am a model. Therefore, a lot of my time is spent figuring out how do I look naturally healthy and prim and all those pretty words. How do I look pretty? What do I do to make sure that my skin and my body looks fit? And that has resulted in a lot of great lifestyle changes, things that, I'll be real, without the profession, I may not have felt as naturally motivated to do. Thankfully, because of the profession, I am motivated to do these things and they get done, and I feel a lot better. It's helped my mental health, it's helped my physical health. I feel more fit, I have more energy typically, so I'm feeling good about it, and I'm really excited to share what I've done to get clear skin in 3 months. This is all you need. All you need. And don't overdo it. That's the number one thing. One of the first things that I started doing in my skincare journey is being mean to my face. I think that I was so frustrated because I recognized all the imperfections in my skin that I just started throwing tons of stuff on my skin because I just wanted the problem to go away immediately, and that's not how it works. In fact, it takes a lot of time for our skin to heal and repair. Sometimes it has to do with our diet. So one of the first things that I will recommend doing to clear up your skin is drink water. Our bodies need water. Our skin thrives when we have a lot of water. When you're thinking about it, what a lot of people are putting into their faces now is hyaluronic acid. And hyaluronic acid helps with the moisture to ensure that the skin is looking more plump and dewy and hydrated. One thing that I recently learned, sort of by experience, then it was confirmed by an internet dermatologist, is when you apply anything with hyaluronic acid in it, you're going to make sure that your face is somewhat moist. So it's almost like water has to activate it. You don't want to have too much water. However, I am the type of person where right after I come out of the shower, I'm going to start putting lotion on my body, like all over my body, except for when I start to get to the neck area. Neck is like, I'll put a moisturizer and so forth on it. I have my own skincare products that I'm using on the face, and I also make sure that I tone around the neck. I peel around the neck, so there's neck care that's happening. So when I'm putting on lotion for the body, that's one process, and usually I'm making sure that my body is still kind of moist. I'm using the remnants of that shower to just make sure that the hyaluronic acid in my lotion is activated. So my first big tip is to make sure that you are hydrated. It's going to do the skin wonders. The second thing that you're going to want to do is identify what your skin's problems are. My problems in particular were hyperpigmentation, so I had a lot of dark marks, and I think that's due to hormonal acne. And what would happen is I would annoyingly pick at it and it would leave a dark mark, and so I had hyperpigmentations or dark spots, which you can see in this picture. What I did to treat that: vitamin C. I highly recommend using vitamin C. It helps really clear up the skin. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. However, it's one of the tools that I use to get visibly clearer skin. I also use this product by Urban Skin RX. It's retinol rapid repair dark spot treatment. What really helped along with the vitamin C is this product. I would say by using this, that like between the vitamin C and this product, the retinol, clearing up the dark spots really happened that way. And I also used this on my bikini line, and I found that it visibly started helping with the dark spots. So if you suffer with hyperpigmentation, I absolutely recommend this product along with vitamin C. It should take about a few months for the hyperpigmentation to clear up. If your skin is anything like mine, I will leave little list of all the products that I mentioned in the description below. Next is making sure that you have a routine. Your daytime routine does not have to look identical to your nighttime routine. That being said, making sure that you have this routine means that your skin is looking forward to what's going to happen. And once you get in the pattern of doing it, it becomes like second nature. I don't even really think through my routine too much. I don't feel the impulse to add things in for the sake of adding things in. I do things based off of what works. Currently, I'm using the Dr. Jart Micro pH Foam Micro Mousse Cleanser. I like it because there's no scent to it. What really worked for me is starting to use scents of the material, because sometimes I was first in my skincare journey thinking, okay, I'm going to use these intense, powerful things. If they burn and if they sting, that means it's working. And if I feel something, that means that it's working. And that's not necessarily how it works. This feels so gentle on the skin, and it's been teaching me how to be a lot more soft with my body. After I cleanse my skin, and I do recommend double cleansing, what I usually do is I wet my face, and then I poke a little dab all at these little points, these 5 points, and then I cleanse, and then stop, and let it sit in my face, and then clean my body or do something else, and then I go cleanse, and then wipe it all off with a washcloth. After that, I go in with a toner, and right now I'm using Dr. Jart's Control A Tea Treatment, and I really think this is smart. This is smart. As a toner, I've been using Dr. Jart's Tea Treatment, and I really like it for so many reasons. The biggest one being it's not too harsh, and it also has tea tree oil in it. And that's so smart because tea tree oil is an anti-fungi, an antibacterial, and it also reduces inflammation in the skin. So this just makes sense. This as a balancing toner makes sense, because if there's any bacterial issues or fungi issues, anything that just needs to be lessened, as well as if there's any issues with inflammation, lessened, this is working. And based off of the way that my skin looks, I like it and will probably continue using this toner. I did switch around with different toners. I've used witch hazel before. I don't recommend witch hazel personally. I think it's a bit stronger than it really needs to be. I was using an apple cider vinegar, and I would use the apple cider vinegar toner on my shoulders. In other parts of my body, perhaps, the face is a bit more sensitive, so I don't necessarily like it on my face as much. After I tone, I go in with some type of serum. Usually, as of lately, I've been using a hyaluronic acid to hydrate and plump my skin. And also, if I'm not using that, I'll go in with the vitamin C. Sometimes I use this Sake water treatment by Boscia. Supposedly, it helps the skin with being able to accept the serum. I don't know how true that is. It hasn't been causing a problem to my skin, and it hasn't done anything where I go, oh, I should stop this. I don't know that it's making it better. I do go some days without it, and I don't know that I see too much of a difference. Because I have it, I'm probably going to use it until it's no more. That being said, I don't necessarily think that you need it, and it's really up to you. I think that when we're first in the skincare journey, and if we're resolving issues with our skin, then we probably shouldn't put too much on our skin. Then I go in with a moisturizer. Right now I'm using Boscia's Green Tea Oil-Free Moisturizer. I like it. It's gentle. All the products that I've been using are very gentle. No major scents going on here. And after that, I go in with some type of sunscreen. I have the Coola Mineral Sun Silk Cream. I added a little bit of the Glossier foundation in my color, so when it goes in, it's not leaving this white film, at least not as much. I don't necessarily think that that's the sun lotion that is going to melt into the skin as much as I think some people may want it to when they're highly melanated. I just happen to have a lot of Coola products, and when I can, I use it on my skin just because I hear that SPF does help with healing the skin and protecting the skin. And in my experience, I've seen that when I put SPF on after doing my skincare routine, I do think that it minimizes my pores, and I've noticed that my pores as a whole just look a lot smaller. My skin looks a lot better, so I don't hate the process of using SPF. I don't know that I would go as far as to say, oh my gosh, I love it. I don't really fully understand SPF enough. I am one of the people who trust that it's probably worth using, and I live in Florida, so I'm getting exposed to a lot of sun. The science tells me use SPF. Naturally, every once in a while, I do use a mask. I have not used this rubber mask by Dr. Jart. It is a brightening vitamin C mask. Really, how obvious is it that I like vitamin C? Who would know? Who would know? Every once in a while, I go in with a sheet mask. I like using the sheet mask. They're nice. It's really relaxing. I will just lay down and think about my day, and I find that it really just helps me chill out. I also use this So Clear Nigerian mask. It has a scent that is unique. I don't know how quite to describe it. And you put it on your face, get a lather, and then you leave it on for 5 to 20 minutes. I usually leave mine on for 20 minutes just because that's my time, and I also use it on my bikini line. It's supposed to help with ingrown hair. What I have found works really well with this product is putting it on my face for tightening. Whenever I put it on my face, I start to feel my face firming, and I like that feeling, and I find that it's been helping my skin. It's one of those things where I see more benefits than I do problems. And after that, I will use the So Clear Hydrating Serum. I only use it after I do the mask. I do it immediately after the mask. And then I put on some type of night cream usually, because when I do the mask, after you leave something on your face for 20 minutes, that's a lot of time. That's usually how I'm starting to end my day. And then I end my day completely by putting on Sleep Pair. This is a Dr. Jart product, and if you've heard of slugging, I imagine this is what it is. The consistency is almost like a slug's mucus. It's so great. It doesn't really have a scent, and it's very gentle, and I like the moist feeling on my face. It feels really great. Outside of the products I use in the skincare routine that I carry, what I have found is very helpful is Voost Beauty vitamin mix. It comes in a little tablet, and then you put the tablet in your water, it dissolves, and it ends up being this fruity thing. Sometimes I enjoy an additive to my water, so instead of having soda or instead of having Gatorade, this is really nice because I am basically getting what I need. I'm getting a boost to help something. They have different vitamins. They have vitamins for quite a few things. The women's multivitamin, vitamin D, and also these biotin, collagen, vitamin E vitamins. I hear the vitamin E also helps with the skin as well. So doing that, I find that my skin does tend to benefit, and my nails are naturally pretty long. The biggest thing that I've been working on with my nails is to prevent the chipping, because I do prefer my natural nails, and sometimes when I'm just living life, my nails chip, and I'm frustrated because I'm like, oh, there goes my nail. I don't really like wearing acrylics. It's too much hardware. An additional thing that you can do that will help you with your skincare, and to be clear, I am not a dermatologist, so these suggestions I'm giving you are based off of what I do, and if you are not me, that means it's probably going to affect you a little bit differently. Exercise and hygiene are huge. I shower twice a day, usually, most days. I shower twice a day, so once in the morning, once at night. I find that it gets all the impurities off, and whenever I'm washing my face, I see that a lot of the grime and pollution and stuff from the outside is usually on my face. So taking that shower at night is very helpful. And after I take that shower at night, that's when I start doing my mask. That's when I start preparing for bed and slugging, making sure that your pillowcase and your bed and all of that is clean. You will develop acne and other skin issues if you are not regularly washing your sheets. Do not get comfortable and in the pattern of letting your bed collect your dirt and flaky skin that has peeled off from a collection of your life experiences onto your bed for weeks and weeks and weeks. How is that really going to be helping your skin? You could be spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. However, if your cleanliness is not there, then you're basically fighting against all the money you've invested in yourself. So making sure that you are keeping your area tidy, that you're not really touching your face with your hands. I would do that a lot. And think about it. You're touching your phone, you're touching doorknobs, you're shaking hands, you're saying hi to people. There's a lot that your hands do. There's a lot of exposure that they come across. And one thing that I've had to train myself to do is do not touch the face with the hands. It's just not going to be a good idea. If you wouldn't touch a baby's face with your palm, especially before washing your hands, at least I would hope that you wouldn't do that, then you shouldn't be doing that to your face either. Exercise is another huge factor that has really helped me in this process of healing my skin, because when I exercise, I have the desire to drink more water. The more water I drink, the more hydrated I am. And also, for some reason, it just feels good to be sweating out of my skin. Like for some reason, when I'm sweating, it almost feels like I'm just releasing. People say the word detox. Detox doesn't exactly exist in the way that people think it does. Whenever I exercise, it feels like whatever pseudoscience is happening in my mind that is coming to the conclusion of justifying me exercising, it's working, because it makes me feel like I'm cleansing myself. And after cleansing myself, my response is, I gotta drink more water, I feel dehydrated. Aside from that, I recommend keeping your skincare routine very simple. It does not have to be complicated. You should not feel yourself burning and stinging. Don't abuse your body because you're frustrated with yourself. Sometimes we can be angry at our bodies and angry at ourselves because we feel betrayed because they're not doing the things that we want them to do. Don't stress yourself. Just because your body is not doing exactly what you want it to do, or it's not being exactly what you want it to be, you're not supposed to respond out of anger. Stop yourself, calm yourself if you need to, and remember that you are in with your body for the long run. And because you're in it for the long run, you're going to be kind to your body, and your skin doesn't have to be perfect overnight. Give yourself a few months, give yourself a year, be consistent, and you'll find that you'll get the results that you need. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Monisha, and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next video.